I'm not a developer, and you don't have to be in order to create a successful SaaS project, right? So I don't know how to code exactly, right? I have some little background experience in front-end development, but I definitely don't know how to like set up databases and make them work in AWS and stuff like that, right? So today I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my little SaaS project that I'm building, which is called videobrainstorm.com. And I'm going to show you how I actually navigate solving problems I have with my software and building out new features, right? So we are actually going to build a small AI feature I want to implement on this page. So for context, this is the application we're building right here. It's currently open for the waitlist. So if you're interested, if you're a creator, sign up for the waitlist. I'm going to notify you as soon as we launch this thing, and you can see what is possible with only building using AI, right? So what is this? Steal YouTube videos like an artist is the idea. Basically, what you can do is you can validate your idea before recording it, right? So as a creator myself, I always had the struggle of coming up with new ideas and working on those ideas until I have something tangible, right? Something like the packaging of the video is the most important thing, because people are going to click only if they think your thumbnail is speaking to them and if they think your title is relevant to what they are currently interested in, right? So in order to make it easier for me personally, I came up with this process where I start by stealing video ideas from other people, right? So you can simply paste YouTube URLs into your project. Then you can ideate on the title, on the thumbnail. You can write outlines. You can save those ideas in your library, and you can actually share those ideas with other people to validate them, right? So that's a basic idea. Shameless plug here, but just so you have the context. So let's go into my current problem and the improvements and the new feature I want to implement, right? So if you look at this page, this is supposed to help you ideate your thumbnails, your titles, right? And we started with some inspiration videos from other people, and I really don't like that thumbnail. I really do like that thumbnail, and I think the title is also nice. And this thumbnail is pretty boring. The title is interesting because it gives you a tangible result. But the idea here is to use these as inspiration and generate titles based on that, right? So if I click here, generate magical title ideas, it's going to use ChatGPT and create different title ideas based on those we have right here. So, but I want to do something different here, which is instead of generating all of these title ideas, I want to be able to reiterate a similar title idea for whatever I have in this field, right? So let's say I really like this title idea, but it's not perfect yet, right? I want to have more ideas based on that. So I'd like to have a little button here somewhere where it says like generate based on this title, and then it's going to go ahead, keep this top one, right, and replace all the other ones based on that title idea. So do I know how to do that? Not at all, right? I have no idea, to be honest. And we've got a little bug in here, right? You can see the shadow. So all these small things I don't really know how to solve, but we're going to solve it, and I'm going to show you how. So the tool I'm using is Z. This is my editor of choice, and you can do the same if you want. You can also use Cursor, which is really popular right now. I simply like Z because I don't have to pay a monthly fee for it. Instead, I'm simply paying for the API usage of Claude, right? So we've got Claude implemented in my project in here, and this is my context window basically, where I am speaking to AI about my project, right? So what do we want to do? We want to have a button here that says generate based on title, and then I wanted to take the title, give it to ChatGPT. We are going to have it to write a prompt for it, and then generate 5 similar titles based on that idea at the bottom, right? On our title ideation page, I want to add a hidden option that reveals on hover. So right now I already have something in mind, right? I'm envisioning something I want to build here, and I know how it's supposed to look and feel like, but I don't know how to write the code for it, right? So I'm going to ask Claude in this instance to help me out with that. I want to add a hidden option that reveals on hover with each title idea that gives me the option to generate title ideas based on the one where I click the generate ideas based on this title option. Help me build this in the most simple way possible. We already have some ChatGPT prompts, but we need to write a new one. For that, also, we need to change the title ideas list component to accommodate that. Listen, I know there are a lot of mistakes in what I just wrote, and grammatically as well as like just spelling mistakes. I don't care, right? AI is going to understand what I want to do. I just have to try to explain it as simple as possible, and it will go ahead and make the magic work, right? So now I'm simply with the slash and file like F, gonna put press the tab button, and then it opens all the file options I can choose from, right, from my project, and I'm gonna give it the code for the ideation page, as well as we got OpenAI service probably, right? And then we also have the title ideas list component I want to give it. So now I'm going to double check on OpenAI service. Yeah, that's where we have the prompts, which is lovely. I love that. So yeah, we've got the prompts. Let's update the title idea list component. Okay, let's do that. Title idea list. This can go existing code. So now I'm simply gonna replace whatever we have in here. Render item. There we go. Draggable item. There we go. This thing. So I already have an idea of what we're doing here, right? That's why I know exactly what to copy and paste and what not. You could also have Zed or Anthropic do the work for you, but I realized that oftentimes it's producing a bunch of errors I want to avoid, right? So if you got a basic understanding of what's happening here, that's really helpful. Something along those lines, and then show generated option. I think it didn't completely understand me, so I'm gonna actually ask it to adjust it. That's how I make my life a lot easier all the time, right? Adjust it based on context. So I can edit the code in here by adding AI to inline assist me, right? And it actually got the context of whatever we were talking about on the right side. So let's see what it does. Now it should do something. Yeah, there we go. So this worked. So it wants to create a new root with a folder. Yeah, why not? Let's actually do that. That's a good idea. For clarity and less complexity, I would have to change my folder structure now because I've got AI content in here as a file. We've got a folder called AI content. There's a bit of redundancy, but well, let's add this. Oh, I think it actually got me. So what did it give me? Given the YouTube video title, blah, blah, blah. Generate 5 alternative title ideas that are creative, engaging, and likely to attract viewers. The new titles should be inspired by the original, but offer different angles or approaches to the topic. Your output should be a JSON array of strings, with each string being a new title idea. I love it. So it actually given me the full thing I didn't even have to think about anything here. So now I just gotta be careful where to put it. I think this is the place, right? Actual function calling, right? So generate, this is great. Update the ideation page. I mean, let's try it. Sometimes it's just too complex for me to figure out where I need to input code and where not. And this way it's really helping me a ton. So let's see, we've got that. Ideation. We probably need to import something new. Do we? No, we don't. Okay. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Okay. Loading journal title idea based on is not defined. That's an ideation. Oh, we didn't import the generate. Oh, it wrote it into this one. It's actually a separate function. Oh, I love it. Right. So we have generate ideas, a button that appears whenever we hover over it. But honestly, it's taken away some width, right? So you can actually not see the full title anymore. I mean, you couldn't see it to begin with fully, but maybe I want to do this more subtle, right? Smaller. But let's test if this is working, right? Build your landing, your waiting list page with AI. 10 minutes, right? Something like that. Let's say generate ideas. And it generated ideas, but I don't see them. So let's see what the console says. Wow, okay. Giving me the full project structure. Okay. Let's see what this says. Okay, you know what? I think it's working, but the new title ideas were not populating the fields for some reason. No error though. Ideation as well as title ideas list. I make my life so much easier by simply following whatever AI thinks is best to do here. It seems the new title, let's fix this by updating the function and the ideation component. We'll make sure that new ideas are properly merged with existing ones and update the state. Sounds good to me. So let's say we do this and then try it again. Yeah, okay. So it worked, but we actually replaced all of the titles. It works, but instead of replacing all my titles, I want to only replace the remaining 5 and keep the one we generated from. I know, spelling mistakes. Also, let's make the button more subtle by only showing the icon show up and tool tip UI component to explain what this will do. Now I hope it's actually going ahead and creating a new UI component, but let's see. Ideation, title, idea list. Let's see what it does. Certainly, we'll also make the generation button more subtle by showing only the icon and adding a tooltip. Sounds amazing. Generate title ideas based on... So, quick tip here, right? If you're using that with Anthropic or something, sometimes you can actually see where it's indicating where it's going to add or delete code, right? So in this instance, it's only between those two lines, which is wrong, right? Because we want to edit the whole thing right here instead. So that's why I'm always telling people, like, be careful with simply having AI write the code for you, but actually think with it. Use it as a junior assistant to help you with stuff, but don't let it do all the work for you. So render item. Let's simply copy that and paste it here. Still have generate title ideas. Okay, there we go. And then return a lot of stuff. This is it. Yeah. We've got import tooltip. Oh yeah, we didn't build the tooltip. Need to build the tooltip UI comp. It actually told me, right? Make sure to import the tooltip components from your UI library. Assumed you blah, 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 blah. So let's have them create that. That looks like weird code to me, right? Root, blah, blah, blah. But let's see if it's working. No. I might need to install React Tooltip. That's a good hint. And then use the new tooltip component. Where is it? This one. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, that's a problem. So it's working. I also like the implementation of the button, right? Looks much better. Also, the generation is working now based on that title, and it leaves me with that title too. But let's fix the tooltip, right? We've got a overflow issue, right? So if you know CSS, basically what's happening is this div wrapper right here has probably overflow hidden or something, and now it's messing with the tooltip. Ideation. There we go. So I gave it my code to the tooltip, the title idea list, and the ideation page, right? And now it's hopefully going to find a way to ensure that the tooltip is always visible. Update the title idea list to make sure it's visible, blah, blah, blah. Index, draggable item, that's fine, return. Nice. So it just moved it to the left, which is, I mean, it works, right? Okay. I mean, why not? Gives me a little animation now. Build an eye-catchy, okay, let's use that. Create a stunning waiting list page in just 10 minutes with AI magic. All right, so I think we got our new feature. It's working perfectly fine. I can generate titles here. I can use this title as an inspiration. And it's crazy fast, actually. It's giving me the indication that it's currently working. Actually, let's add one more thing, right? So as soon as I press this button, this is indicating to me that it's currently generating the titles, but I want this to become like a loading thing as well, right? So it's very clear that we're currently generating titles. So perfect, everything works fine. Let's turn the icon to generate a title idea into a loading animation to clearly indicate that currently something is being generated. And I'm gonna give it ideation because that's where the state is, right? So set is generating. So we wanna use that to manipulate the icon basically. Oh yeah, it already knows I made a mistake. We actually need to adjust the title idea page. You can tell I'm simply copy and pasting whatever AI tells me to do. I'm fact checking every now and then, right? And having a tight grip on AI to make this work for me. But yeah, it's damn, this looks amazing. I love this. This is great, right? So it's working perfectly fine. Now I have the next idea, right? Looking at this. As soon as we generate new titles, I actually want to see for a moment which ideas were generated new. So can we indicate which of the title got generated just for a brief moment with a subtle animation for newly generated titles, so the user knows instantly which ones are new and where to look at. And yeah, let's give it a try. This is also working. By the way, I have a very unique approach to working with AI in here. I don't think everyone is doing it this way. I think people are simply using the transform button much more. And I don't know, I've realized that I gotta be careful with that just because it's making mistakes, right? So right now it's telling me to change that one line up here. And I'm actually gonna tell it to give me a more step-by-step guide. So this is the trick, right? This is basically a prompt. You can give it, and it's prepared by the team of Zed, to help me guide me through the process step by step. So now it's much more helpful. We create a state. And then we change the generating, for 2 seconds. And now we pass the is newly generated prop. We add the is newly generated prop here. And then it's going to create the animation. So that's cool. It makes sense, right? So we give it a box shadow. I'm not too sure about if that's the best approach. is newly. We're missing the definition. So I missed something here. I'm not sure what, but I'm simply copy and paste this and give it the file again. So it can decide for itself what I need to fix here. So now it seems to be working. Let's see. Damn, that's actually sick. Perfect. Great. Let's make the animation more smooth and subtle, because it kind of feels like it's the animation comes in smooth, but then suddenly is removed. And man, I could spend days on this, just on this one page, improving the different things. Right now it's, I actually trusted it with creating the fields and stuff, and it removed the indicator that we're working in this field, for example. Right, let's see. Now it's just staying. Now it's just staying with the box shadow. Also, so I'm opening a new context window just because I saw that we are already at 50K tokens with this context window, which is getting too much. Obviously, it's getting confused. So I'm going to start a new one. First, when the user clicks to edit a field, I want to see an indication through the wrapper div that we are currently editing this exact field. Second, I want to, once a title is newly generated, I want to add an indicator to that title. Might be multiple at once to show the user these ones got generated. That indication can go after a couple seconds and should be subtle. So, draggable item. How am I supposed to find that now? You know what? I'm gonna trust it to do its thing. It's giving me a bit of bullshit here, so I might need to clean up afterwards. But yeah, let's see. It gave me an import somewhere that makes no sense at all. Let's save that. We still got syntax errors. There's no corresponding closing tag, so maybe it's as simple as that. Yeah, okay. It's kind of working, but also not. Right, so if you're a developer, you already know how to fix this, and I'm simply too lazy to walk through what we're doing right here. So, show indicator is not defined. Okay, so big body, the first backup blur, so let's see what it does. We got multiple stars now for some reason. All right, we've got the indication back, which is nice. Gonna generate. Oh, okay, I see now. So it's telling me which ones got generated with these stars. So it works great. Instead of the star icon indication for newly generated titles, let's use a simple orange div on the right side of the field, smoothly animating in like 5 pixels, 5% or so, and then leave after a brief moment. So it's actually pretty good now, but I want to make sure that I 100% like what we're working with here, right? I don't like the stars because they confuse me. Certainly, to use orange div indicator, I'm not sure if it's gonna be able to help me implement that code, but I'm gonna try. So let's see. So instead of sparkles, we got absolute right top. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that is it. Let's see. Yeah, almost. Yeah, that's it. I think we still got padding here, so I'm not sure if it's actually, oh, it's absolute, so it might work. Let's see. Exciting. Got a new feature. We've got a better UX, and I really do love this page already, right? This is awesome. Titles are so important, so I really want to nail this to make it easy for people to work on titles. Okay, let's do it. Damn. Yes, it's working perfect. Damn. So I need to find out, is this actually, yeah, this is padding. So let's check the input field. Padding left, padding right. Let's put it to 4 or something. Yeah, that's better. Or let's actually put it to 0. Yeah, don't need to hide anything here. And the parent, maybe we can actually change it to have padding to the right of 0 as well. P y is 5. P left is 5. P right is 0. Let's try. Yeah, maybe less. I love that. I think this is brilliant. I don't know how we ended up in unlocking abundance.